Hey everyone, so I made it to Ohio okay. Stop it! And my goofy child is trying to distract me from making my video. And my boyfriend is over there just looking really cute. So anyway, yeah, we came to Ohio City, which is an area in Cleveland today, and we were going to go to the West Side Market. However, we got to the West Side Market and it was closed, which has me very disappointed because it's one of my favorite things to see while we're here. The West Side Market is an indoor market full of all sorts of awesome vendors. They sell exotic food, there's bakers, there's butchers, there's all kinds of really neat, cool stuff to buy. It's very expensive, however. There's produce, there's meats, there's cheeses, there's cakes, there's all kinds of cool stuff.
There's beef jerky.
Yes, there's beef jerky. Will you stop it? So this really awesome building behind me here, this beautiful building back here, is the West Side Market building. That bell tower, it used to be a train station. Did it used to be a train station? Yeah, it used to be a train station, but it's now the West Side Market. So we are now at the Great Lakes Brewery. It's a beautiful day out. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Great Lakes beer or not, but we're at the brewery where they make the beer, the Great Lakes beer. And we're having Oktoberfest, and my daughter is drinking root beer. So we're having a nice time anyway, and we're deciding what to do next. And I'll get back with you guys soon.
Is it technically a bad, like, is it technically offensive to walk into the tree? Like if you're just looking at the headstones and you walk over it or something?
Family trip to the cemetery. $17.99, died 1815. Yeah, but look how damaged they are.
Oh, they're over 200 years old.
There's a dude over there, and I don't know if he's alive or dead, but he does not look alive.
What?
There's a dude under that tree, and I don't know why he's there, but he's not moving.
What?
Dude, look, do you see that dude?
Yes, I see the person under the tree. I don't know.
Is he like... No, because she's dead. I don't want to know what happened.
He's probably fine. He's probably just taking a nap. He's probably homeless. That's probably his cart thingy over there. Like over, hold on. Where is the cart? There it is. That's probably his cart right there.
Thank God. I was like, if that dude's dead, I'm not coming back to the cemetery.
Cheyenne, look, okay, see how these headstones are all worn out in the front?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's one thing that people used to do with headstones as a craft and a hobby is they would take foil and they would take a rubbing claw or something to rub with, and they would make foil rubbings and molds out of the front of the headstone, and they would make a mold of it and make it like a plaster mold, like you could hang like on the front, like on the wall in your house. And they had to outlaw it because a lot of people were causing damage to headstones, and that's why they don't do it anymore.
Oh, so that you can like have a memory of their headstone?
Now people would do it just, you know, to do it. If they saw something on a headstone that they thought was cool, like a really old year or some kind of really interesting design, or something like that, you know, or a family cemetery, you know, something like that. And so it's against the law to do rubbings on headstones now. But this is why, because of the damage it causes.
Hopefully the people who are in these undergroundiness don't get offended because I'm standing on their bodies, but
I think they don't mind. They're probably fast asleep.
Hey, I'm not taking any chances, okay? We're in the middle of a graveyard.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever seen a sci-fi movie? I have. I'm not looking to get some raised dead people mad at me. Sorry. Slowly back away.
This is an interesting headstone. Enjoy yourself. It is later than you think. That is very good advice. So apparently the homeless guy is alive. Cheyenne said she just saw him move, which is kind of a relief because I would hate to feel as though we're leaving this place a little later, leaving a cadaver here. I mean, even it is a cemetery, but you know, we don't want that kind of cadaver here. Like dead homeless people, no, we don't want that. So yes, she says she saw him move, so we're relieved to know that he is in fact alive. Hey everyone, sorry about the bumping, but I am in a moving vehicle. There's Brian and Cheyenne in the back seat. So we're on our way to the Lakeview Cemetery. I didn't get to film much yesterday just because the places we went either did not allow filming, or for whatever reason we just the situation did not lend itself well to filming. We went to the art museum over at the university, and there were people taking pictures with their phones. However, I'm just really leery about doing that because I don't want to get thrown out of the museum. So I've never been thrown out of anywhere before in my whole life. I'm not going to start. So yeah, I was being very careful and also just to be respectful. I think that if people want to see art, they should go and see it and go contribute to the institution where it's on display, rather than be shown on like YouTube or having such easy access to it. So there's that. So yeah, we're on our way to the cemetery, and while we're there, we're going to do the boyfriend tag. So yeah, I'll get back with you in just a few minutes. What are you doing?
Is this a good noise? Do you appreciate it? I appreciate this noise.
I don't think anybody else appreciates it but you.
This is my eating torture.
I look at all, I never noticed this before, but the mirrors and stuff and the pearly inlays. Cheyenne, stop.
I was just twirling it, and at that time I wasn't actually doing it on purpose. Oh my gosh, look at the back. Hey Mom, look at the back.
I will, don't worry.
You should look at the back, it's cool.
Okay, I'm going. Oh, it's a jukebox. Oh, that detail, that's neat. And there's a rock on top. A pentagram. God, no, 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 no.
It just kind of winds down for like a minute, and then it stops running. That's what are they hiding in the cage or the wall? Maybe it's like a dead body or something. This is where they keep all the prisoners that escape. Gosh, man, it's a lot more here than I thought it would be anymore. We've only been walking for a minute. Also, what is in here? What's in there? What's in there?
I don't know.
Well, they should tell you.
More unruly children.
Oh, look, tiny window. Into a tree.
It's really windy outside. Wow.
That's what it is. Oh my gosh, it's a big winding staircase. Look at that.
See you guys.
Is that a chair? Why is he standing? Oh, look, a chair. I want to get close, but I also don't because I know that if I happen to like accidentally fall off, which is totally something that I would do,
There's downtown Cleveland.
I die. I think I just got converted to here.
And Blake. Hence the name Lakeview Cemetery.
For some reason, whenever you Snapchat, it looks farther away than it actually is.
What am I stepping in? Oh, that tile is like sunken in. I was like, what the hell's wrong with my feet? Like, why can I not stand right? Is this President Garfield?
Yeah.
Why can't I like a jacket?
It's going to be every
Cheyenne!
I have glasses.
The designated hitter, number 13, B.J. Chu.
Damn, look how close I can get.
Oh, look, Yankees versus Indians right there.
Yeah. What do you want?
I'm on Snapchat. Snapchat maps anyway, so it's like,
Oh, where'd it go?
where did it go?
I don't know. I guess they caught it.
Where did what go?
The ball. I guess they caught it.
All right, so here's the deal. No idea who has been the loudest section. So what I need from you all to do, if you want to be the loudest section of the game tonight, show us what you got, Lake County. Come on!
All right, who wants a drink?
Right.
Get the good shit. Hey everyone, so I'm back in Louisville, back home. My room is just as I left it, messy. Anyway, this is basically just a sort of a follow-up to my trip to Cleveland to visit Brian. My daughter was with me, even though you really didn't see her a whole lot in the video. That's who that fidgety child was. For the times that you did see her, that's who that was, my 12-year-old daughter. So, yeah. It had been a while since I had actually been to visit Brian. Actually, you know, me going up there to see him. Of course, he comes to see me quite a bit, actually, because it's easier for him to get time off from work. Me, it's a little bit harder. And honestly, I was a little nervous because I know his mom does not like me. And the fact that I was bringing my daughter with me, I was hoping that would kind of help things not be so tense, because, you know, if the kid's around, I just kind of figured she'd be more likely to behave herself. Brian's mom, I mean, not my daughter. My daughter usually behaves herself just fine. She's not a problem child at all. So, but the outcome was that basically she did kind of behave herself. There were no snide remarks made. She didn't bring up anything that made me uncomfortable. She didn't say anything to make me uncomfortable deliberately, which she has done in the past. She has deliberately said things or done things to make me very uncomfortable, or to make me feel, you know, degraded in the past. She has said things and done things in the past in order to do that. And I know that she is rather verbally abusive to Brian at times, and she behaved herself as far as that was concerned as well. And the one thing she did that irked me, though, was on Saturday, she kind of coerced us into going to this baseball game. You know, it was Cleveland's, you know, minor league baseball, the captains, or Lake County, or whatever. And so, you know, Brian came and told me about it, like, you know, we were fixing dinner. And she had gone into her room for something. And Brian came up to me and goes, "She thinks we're going to a baseball game with her this evening." And I'm like, "Does she know that we're not? Have you told her that we're not going?" And he's like, "Well, not yet, but I'm going to." And so she comes out of her room, and everybody's just chilling out. Then Brian's dad comes home. And then at some point a little later after that, we're all sitting down eating dinner. And Brian's dad starts talking about going to this ball game and how he can't wait to have everybody there. And I'm like, she put him up to this. I just knew it. Like, I knew in my gut that Brian's mother had put Brian's dad up to bringing it up and then talking about how he could not wait to have everybody there at the game because she was too chicken shit to do it herself. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe she really did just want everybody there. Maybe she really did just kind of want to have like a family night out. But the game didn't start till after 7:30, and it was not going to be over till almost 11 o'clock, which is prime time to be heading out to be going to, say, the goth nightclub. So yes, and so I think she pulled a fast one, because she knew that me and Brian, that our original plan was that we were going to go our separate ways that evening, and that we were going to leave Cheyenne with her and Brian's dad, and she had consented to it, but then changed her plan, because I think what she wanted to do was she wanted to control what Brian and I were doing that evening, and so she did that by changing the plans and saying, "Oh, you know, let's just say we're all going to a ball game." So even though we did have a nice time at the ball game, it still irked me. It really annoyed me, because I can't stand other people who think they can control other people, and people who do things on purpose to ruin other people's plans. It really annoys me. It really annoyed me that Brian did not step up and say, "Hey, we're not going. We're going to stick to the original plan. We're going to go to the goth nightclub tonight. Cheyenne's going to stay with you guys, like you promised. You promised that you would watch her or whatever. Not that she has to be watched. I mean, she's 12. I mean, she'll sit up in her room and read. I mean, what the hell?" So yeah, that's the only thing that really irked me about the entire trip. We were there Wednesday through Sunday, so I can't really complain. If that's all that bothered me, that's not that big a deal. I mean, I'm over it already, but I'm still kind of pissed off that we didn't get to go to the goth nightclub, because having a kid around means you don't get a lot of alone time with your significant other when you're, when you have a kid with you. And so having that night out was kind of precious to me. So yeah, I was really looking forward to it, and she ruined it. So there's that. So, but yeah, when I was mentioning in the car, the little bit in the car where I'm talking to the camera, well, we're headed to the cemetery. The places we had gone the day before that did not lend themselves well to filming, mainly just one place. It was actually the Museum of Art over at the Cleveland Institute of Art. And so it was really astonishing. We saw a lot of really cool stuff. We saw beautiful paintings, beautiful sculptures. We saw ancient Egyptian stuff. We saw ancient, like not ancient, but like prints of music from like the 1400s from Germany. It was pretty cool. And we saw actually some really neat like doors. Like there was one room that was full of all these like doors and windows from like really old buildings. It was really cool to see that. And there was a room that was full of like all these really awesome armor, like like a knight in shining armor. Yeah, it was armor, and it was swords and spears and jousting equipment. It was pretty cool, and helmets and stuff from like the medieval times. It was really neat to see all that stuff. And I saw some people using their phones to take pictures, including my daughter, who just didn't know any better. I had to tell her, no, don't take any pictures. But like the thing is, and I don't know if they were, I don't know if photography was allowed, but I wasn't going to risk it. And so I explained to my daughter that most places like this do not allow photography, and it's best to just not risk, getting caught, or not risk, taking pictures and having security walk up to you and go, hey, you can't do that. So I told her better just not take the picture. She goes, well, I want to remember everything that I see. I'm like, well, you can remember it, or we can come back someday. It's not like we're never going to come back to Cleveland. We can come back. It's free to get in here, free to park, free to get in. So, but I wonder if I kind of wonder if I could have filmed and not been caught. But at the same time, I just feel like that would have been so trashy. That would have been such a trashy thing to do. So yeah, there was that, and that's it. That's that little story. But oh, we were at the cemetery. We were inside the tower, the big tall Gothic tower that I showed that you guys could see, and we were inside in the area where it was President Garfield's tomb. And here comes this goth couple. Well, not really goth couple. I think the girl was goth, but the guy mostly was a little more normal. And the girl like saw me and Brian, and walked over and like started talking to Brian. And I'm like, what about me? But she started talking to Brian, and she introduced herself and shook his hand and stuff. And I'm like, hello. And so he stopped her and said, oh, and this is Michelle, and he introduced me. So, and I think he realized that she kind of liked him or something. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of strange. Like, you don't walk up to a couple like that and start paying attention to one person, especially if the one that's the opposite sex of you, and completely ignore the other one. You just don't do that. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. But after the fact, like after they left or whatever, I told Brian, I said, you know what? She wanted to crawl all over you and sit on your fucking shoulder. I think she was hot for you. And he's like, no, she wasn't. She was. And I'm like, yeah, she was. I'm like, she liked you. She was digging you big time. He's like, no, she wasn't. So, yeah. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it as far as the follow-up goes. I can't think of anything else to talk about, and of course, if I do think of something, I'll add it on last second after I tell you guys goodbye. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you guys decide to give it a like and a share, and subscribe to my channel. And I guess I'll catch you kids later.